Oh, this is for question C. C is for H2 plus, hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas yields HCl. How do we do this? The same as we did the last one. Okay, first of all, you can do this with first one to write the word problem without having it balanced. And I actually talked you through it when we were talking about this. This can be done before the equation's balanced. You have to know what each of these are. This is hydrogen gas. This is chlorine gas. And this is HCl. The only one you did not have to memorize was chlorine gas. But you got to remember that chlorines has 7 valence electrons. That means on their Lewis dot structure, they have 7 dots. They need one more. And that's for both of those. So what they do is they end up sharing one. They cannot have a double bond or a triple bond. So there's no possible way you could have missed writing that chemical equation for chlorine gas. So then all you had to do is simply write it out as a word problem. Hydrogen gas reacts with chlorine gas to produce hydrochloric acid. That's one of the 3 lab acids I told you had to know. We got that part done. Next one is type of chemical reaction. First of all, you go to the first one. It says, in those order, remember I wrote those, oops, I got the wrong answer there for you. This should be what I did that for. Let me download that to 12. Big this one up. Sorry about that. Okay, so on this next one here, it says the type of chemical reaction. It can be done before the chemical reaction, the equation is balanced. So that's why we go ahead and do this. Here you have hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas equals hydrochloric acid. Notice it's a small plus a small yields one bigger molecule, right? Small, small, big. So you don't have to go any further. Look at the first one. It says synthesis. There's the answer. It's a synthesis. The type of chemical reaction, it's a synthesis. Nothing more needed for that. Then you have to actually balance it. I've already balanced it for you. It's a really easy one to balance. But I'll show you how to do that real quick as well. Let me put that down where you're supposed to see it. Okay. I went ahead and took the liberty of go ahead and putting the skeleton formula there, and then I actually divided it. The first thing you should always do when you balance a chemical equation is you put an arrow down, a line down, perpendicular to your yield side. And then if perpendicular means it's going to intersect at 90 degrees, Then I actually wrote down how many hydrogens you have on the left. You have 2, and you have 2 chlorines on the left. Then how many, this is starting off with. Now you have 1 hydrogen on the right and 1 chlorine on the right. So this one is super easy. So all you have to do to solve this one to get to its balance is to put a 2 there. So you have 1 molecule of hydrogen gas plus 1 molecule of chlorine gas yields 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid. That one was very easy. So you have it balanced. Once you have it balanced, then you can write the equilibrium chemical equation. Just like we did in number and letter A, all you have to do is you put your products up as your numerator above the bar, bracket HCl, close brackets. But then how many coefficients? I have a 2 there. That means I have 2 molecules of HCl. So you put that 2 as an exponent or as a superscript. So it's bracket HCl, close bracket with a superscript of 2. Then you put your bar. Then below the bar you put your reactants. You have H2, so bracket H2, close bracket. Second one is bracket Cl2, close bracket. Notice again, I did not put the plus sign there. Please don't put the plus sign there. And they both only have 1, so that makes it easy. So there is the correct equilibrium chemical equation for this. And once again, I forgot to put that. But if it's equilibrium, you're supposed to put this there. Make sure you recognize it. It's not an equilibrium equation unless it has that, okay? Let's keep going. Then the questions, there are 5 questions. Yes, what are the reactants? You have hydrogen gas and chlorine gas and equals 2 hydrochloric acids. What are the reactants? You have, like I said, hydrogen gas, chlorine gas. What are the products? You have hydrochloric acid. You should know HCl is hydrochloric acid. What do we call the numbers in front of the molecules? They're always called coefficients. Remember, the coefficients can change. The subscripts can never change. They can never change. How many atoms of each element, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, are on both sides? You have 2 chlorines on the left, 2 chlorines on the right, 2 hydrogens on the left, 2 hydrogen on the right. How many molecules of hydrogen gas, chlorine gas, and hydrochloric acid do you have? Chlorine gas, you have 1 molecule. you have 1 molecule of hydrogen gas, and you have 2 molecules of HCl. Simple stuff, right? Next, then we're going to go on E. I'll go ahead and do a separate video for this, okay? Thanks.